$1 million out of our budget that the people of Arkansas will actually have to pay. And again, the federal government can pick up 90%. But, and this is one of the other things, the federal government is already toying around with the fact that they want to change that match rate. And if that happens, there's actually a trigger in the bill probably about 2 weeks away. But as Reagan said, the closest thing to eternity on earth is the government program. If you tell me you have 150 or 200,000 people, what will actually happen? Will this thing actually go away, or will we be called in special session to change the law to keep this thing going? So that's one of the things. We couldn't even, defund it. We couldn't even defund it, with only 100,000 folks on it, which is what we had tried to do this past session. So there's of course, the cost, but then also too the benefits. And that was one of the things our economists had touched on, is that everybody on the private option gets a silver plan, not a bronze plan, not a catastrophic plan, but a silver plan. Everybody below 100% of the federal poverty level pays zero premium, zero deductible, zero copay. Think about that. They are able to take a silver plan and not pay absolutely. They don't pay anything at all for it. They go to the doctor as many times as they want to, doesn't matter. They don't pay a doctor. Everybody from 100 to 138% of the federal poverty limit pays zero premium, zero deductible, and about an $8 copay. Think about what that's going to do to the healthcare system in Arkansas, because we never did address access to doctors. So you now have 120,000 or people or so that are signed up on the private option that pay pretty much next to nothing. They're going to be able to go see doctors. What is that going to do to the healthcare system? What is that going to do to those folks that are going to the ER and, actually have an emergency? And I'm not saying that these folks here, that they don't have legitimate health needs and legitimate health concerns. But I think part of the thing that we actually, as liberty-minded folks, have to do is have to say, look, there all are alternatives to access. And I think everybody needs to understand everybody's goal, whether you are a liberal, whether you're conservative, libertarian, doesn't matter. Everybody, I think, wants affordable access to a doctor, and there are ways to do that with liberty at the forefront, freedom at the forefront. And that's really what we have to work towards, because